Hey guys, so I had a little time today, rode my happy butt back over here, doing a little tune into that old folding bike on a test ride. I was pretty much halfway here, so said screw it, decided to come check this out. Looks like we got a repair right here. An actual repair. You can tell the difference in the stone. Whew. Still a little winded. But I neglected to come back here on my last video. Look at this. Holy smokes, guys. And I did not bring a flashlight. I cannot believe what I'm looking at right now. Look at this. Holy cow. And some of this might possibly be newer. As far as this tunnel, I've got no idea. This is incredible, though. Let's get a closer look at the wall here. Got some discarded items that we're going to be taking a look at. I think I'm going to put this in the intro of that video. So that's where this will be seen. I don't know, that thing's probably 8 by 8-ish. Seems like overkill for this little area we got going on here. Pretty rough at the bottom of this wall. Sure the WPA's been in here. Little tuck and point. Trying to salvage the old world infrastructure. Got a bit of a slab right here. Which, interestingly, runs under whatever is going on with this. Check this out. Wonder if that's part of the original, what was lining this. Keep hearing my echo in this tunnel. It's really creepy. Looks like a block to me, guys. Some sort of paver. Hello? All right. Still pretty thick through here. I just want to get down here and get a good look at this for you guys and for myself. Got here. We're going to be investigating this thing further at some point. Bet you there's some bricks in here. We'll see. So I'm about to make my way up out of here. And what's hiding over here? What is this? A really extremely light brick. Holy cow. This thing weighs hardly anything. I'm gonna try to lug this home with me. That's gonna be a task. What do we got here? That's interesting. Let me get you backed out. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna be investigating this place further, guys. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Got several discarded items that we're going to be checking out. The one that I just sat down, I actually stumbled upon today. So I hope you enjoyed that intro. Definitely an interesting spot. I plan on going back there and poking around a little bit more. But also, Chassis Nicks would be happy to know that I did make it home with this brick just fine on my little tiny folding bike. And it was quite the sight to see. I was laughing the whole way, but I made it. So I'm gonna get you guys set up here under a little bit better lighting, and we're gonna take a look at these items. We're gonna start with today's find. We're gonna take a look at this brick, and hopefully my lighting is sufficient. You know, eventually I'm gonna spring for something better than this 1970s desk lamp, but very interesting stuff. One thing I noticed is that bright orange is poking through in just a few areas. Look at the top of that. It almost looks like a stone. If you just saw this buried in the ground partially, you wouldn't know any better. I'm actually surprised that I saw this. Very interesting stuff going on with this. Sorry, guys. Trying to get the light in here. And we probably won't spend a ton of time on this. I mean, how long can you look at a cooked out brick? I think that's the money shot right there. It's almost lost all of its color. I almost didn't see it, guys. Okay, I want to go ahead and get these next two items out of the way here. And the reason that these two are together is because, you know, the brightness of this white glass container sticking partially out of the ground is what led me to this little area. So on my mission to get that dug out, which was quite the task, I stumbled upon this, what looked like to me a vase. Not sure what this is. It looks like a war medal of some kind. Not sure what it was doing at the bottom of an ancient wall off of Blue River Road, but badge of some kind, or medallion, or whatever you want to call it. So a little bit of searching on the intro webs, and it turns out to be a German Blue Blue 2 DRKB, which is basically, and I'm not going to try to pronounce any of these German words here because I'll make a fool of myself, but it's basically the German National Association of Veterans, and this was a cap badge. So a very bizarre thing to find in Missouri at the bottom of a ancient looking wall. Not wanting to focus. There we go. It's a little better. Pardon my spring. A little better light. And I did some cleaning to this. I'll insert a few little photos that I had before cleaning. I didn't get too crazy on it because I didn't want to mess up this beautiful enamel on here or anything else. I mean, obviously it's in pretty bad shape, but you can still see some of the gold on it. And there's something under, let me get something to point with here. I have not been able to find a photo of another one of these. Who knows how many there are. But there's something under these. But the corrosion I don't want to scrub too hard on them because, as you can see, this red started to come off here a little bit. I used a very soft toothbrush, just soap and water, but, you know, is it do or die? Not really, because I don't know. But, I mean, a very interesting thing to find. And what are the odds, guys? I really don't know. How did it get there? There's so many questions. And it's a little hard to see what's going on with this. Obviously, part of it is broken. Almost looks like there's a double-headed eagle on here, but I can't say for sure. I mean, I'm seeing a wing and a head here, possibly another head. Where is it? Oh, right here. Sorry guys, I'm trying to point through while looking at the screen here. Little view of the back side, not much to see. But yeah, very interesting. I'm going to read up on this a little bit more. I used to be pretty heavily into, you know, all the war history stuff until my awakening. And I realized that the wars are not really what we've been told. But, so we'll set that down. And by the way, guys, is any of this stuff old world related? I don't know, but I think it's pretty cool. So I'm going to look at it to the best of my ability. Trying to get you some light. I guess I got to zoom out here a little bit. This one's going to be a little tough. There's a number 11 and a 1 below it on the bottom of this. Just kind of showing you in that reflection there. But just a pretty piece of white glass. And I cleaned on this glass that I'm going to show you about as much as I care to. I don't know if it'll get you in there. There's a A in here. But anyways, is it Avon? Was it an Avon product? I don't know. All right, next we're going to look at this bottle here. Let me get you zoomed out. It's amazing. I don't know what it is, but I mean, I've got this bottle completely lit up, but on the phone, it doesn't look like it. Maybe it will once I get to the actual video, but so I found this old bottle here. It's got a few stamps in the bottom. Is it old world? I don't know. But it's got that beautiful rainbow color in it. And this looks like it had some labels at one time. There's still some glue that's very hard to get off. I cleaned the crap out of this thing. You can see it on this bottom too. It's got some interesting shapes to it. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it, but in this cap, I found this on a broken bottle. It does not go to this. It doesn't even fit even remotely close, but it looks like a Heinz cap. It's got a stamped 19 on it. Not sure if that's a 37 at the bottom there. Looks like it to me. Heinz 37? Is that a thing? I don't know. I haven't looked into it. But this cap was interesting in the fact that it still had this little, I don't know what kind of material this is, but, and then there's a little piece of cork in here also. Thought that was interesting. But anyways, I thought it was pretty rad. Might try to clean on it a little bit more. And then while we're on glass, I also found this bottle complete with the cap. PD and Company. Some of the stuff I could not get off of the inside of this. But this also has that rainbow color to it. You can see it on the other side, actually looking through there. Very pretty. These have seams in them. Again, I don't know the age. I really want to get you guys in on, oh, you know what? We didn't even, hold on. Sorry about that. I went to look at the stamps on this for you guys. Completely escaped me. But we've got a 4 with a line under it. Beautiful rainbow. Looks like a circle B, an 87, and not really sure what that other one is, but holy cow, the color of this, guys. Look at that. I love that. It's incredible. All right, if I can avoid breaking this one, we'll take a look at it. Check out the bottom of this one. It's got like this little character. Looks like Yoda to me. It's really hard to get in here. Hopefully that's coming through. I mean, I'm looking at the screen, but, you know, it's still hard to tell. There we go. And then the numbers on this are hard to make out. Interesting. I just noticed, and maybe it's not a face at all. I have no idea. It looks like a Yoda to me. But if you flip it either way, it's the same thing. That's interesting. And let's see. I'm trying to get a good angle here. It's really hard to see this with all that texture and color going on. Looks like a 5 on the one side, and then an 18 maybe? But that 5, or maybe it's, I don't know. Looks like a B almost. But then the 1 would be upside down. This is, oh, you know what? Let's do this. Maybe this will help. Let's take the cap off. Does that help any? Give us any light through here? Not really. Or maybe that's a 3 and not a 5. Very difficult to tell. All right. Oh, let me go ahead and show you this. I found this cap. Old Jergens lotion. Still has the top in it. Couldn't really get it out without cutting myself, so I just left it alone. But interesting, and sorry guys, but I didn't really do any research on this stuff, but I just wanted to show you. I will look into it. I'm going to cut it right here, and I got a couple more items for you, and then we'll wrap this up. Alrighty. If you've been following along, you know where this came from. This piece of trash here. You know, I try to do my part and pick up the trash where I can, guys. But let me get you backed out some. This one's a little bit bigger than the other items. Got some interesting tool marks going on. These little grooves. You know, this is routed like a piece of millwork or something. I mean, it had to be done with some kind of machine, I would think. Unless it's molded. Get you a close view of the makeup of this. Some kind of terracotta. There was something right here. I'm not sure if it's a stamp or what. Almost looked like a 9. Not sure. Of course, there it looks like a 6, but Very interesting piece. Never really came across anything like it. Trying to get you guys a few views. Look how precise this is. All right. And last but not least, this heavy boy. Holy cow. I'll flip it around for you guys. Try not to destroy this glass top that I'm using here for my arts, which have recently taken a little bit of a back seat, but interesting grooves in the back side of this. This one's really hard to maneuver. It is heavy. And by the way, the first brick we looked at that I found today, thing barely weighs anything at all, guys. It's crazy. It's like the density or whatever had been completely cooked out of it. And these big bricks like this, obviously this thing's deformed. It looks nothing like it would have looked after the manufacturing process, because you don't build with misshapen materials. But, you know, these big ones, I don't know if they were produced, you know, similar to the size that they are now, or they blew up. By blew up, I mean expanded. Interesting that this has the word granite on it. You know, this is the same type of brick, and this is just a theory of mine, that I believe turn into what we call red granite. I've been calling it pink granite forever because it's pink to me, but whatever you want to call it, it doesn't really matter. But anyways, I don't have one of these, so I'm very happy to add it to my collection. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I appreciate everybody watching, and hopefully the next time I see you, I will be investigating some more old world destruction. Thanks again.